Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Here at UK Cop, we shine a light on police misconduct and hold public officials accountable. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our upcoming videos. Today's video comes courtesy of Applaud or Not Applaud, and you'll find their channel link down below in the description. Go show them some support and check out the full clip. And as always, stay tuned because this one is worth watching.
This is Vin. So, there we go. Hello?
Any reason why you're filming?
Well, could you identify yourself first, please?
Yes, I'm PC Patel. I'm a police officer based at Wembley Police Station.
And your collar number, please?
Sorry, it's 2482.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to know why you're filming in the backyard. We've got police vehicles in the backyard, obviously.
Well, would you mind identifying yourself
Yeah,
first?
it's PC Shuttle from
And your collar number, please?
2372.
Thank you very much. Okay. No, I'm just doing a quick audit on the police station, exactly what I'm legally allowed to do.
Right out the gate, you can feel the tension building. Legally speaking, filming from a public space, even if it captures parts of a police facility, is generally protected. But here's the real question. Are the officers reacting to the law, or just the discomfort of being watched? Let me know in the comments. Should public officials expect this level of scrutiny?
Okay, but you're filming the insides of it.
And your point is what?
Sorry?
And your point is what?
I'm just asking, you're doing an audit for
For the public.
the public?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And do you
So,
work
would you
for
mind
anyone?
identifying yourself, please? Sorry? And your collar number, please? Thank you very much.
Who do you work for, sir?
First of all, you should have told me that you were turning on your body camera. It's part of your code of practice that you tell me that you turn your body camera on.
Okay.
And I will be requesting a copy of that.
You can do that. Happily so.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you do
Hang
an
on.
audit
Hang on.
for, sir?
Jazz, do me a favour. You don't have to say a single word, okay? You're here filming me, okay? You don't have to say a single word, okay? Yeah, and she doesn't have to answer.
She doesn't have to
Okay,
answer.
Jazz, did you get them to identify themselves?
No, I'd rather not say
Okay. Yeah, okay. Right, so we got 1797 and 2506. Thank you very much. Okay, Jazz, you just stay filming me. Okay, you're not filming the police station, you're filming me.
The occupants are
Okay.
white
She's
male,
told us,
late
sir.
30s,
Right,
approximately 6 foot with slightly
so
long.
she doesn't have to answer your questions at all.
That's fine. No one's going to.
Okay.
So this audit you're doing, what is this audit for?
What is it for?
Yep.
It's to do with how members of the public are treated by serving members of the actual constabulary for them doing illegal activity.
The audit begins with the auditor calmly but firmly requesting officers identify themselves, name and collar number, one by one. PC Patel complies, but the moment he asks why the auditor is filming the police yard, the tone shifts. The auditor makes it clear he is doing exactly what the law allows, filming from public property. As more officers gather, he demands each one provide identification and even calls out one for failing to announce that her body camera was recording. He reminds them this is against their code of practice and promises to request a copy of the footage. What looks like a small encounter already escalates into a legal standoff, with the auditor holding firm while officers lean on vague suspicion.
Okay, so can you tell me how filming in the backyard is going to prove that point or assist me?
Well, you come and approach me. You come and approach me. Okay, I'm doing something perfectly legal, and that's all.
But you explain how
Madam,
you're doing it.
madam, that's.
Oh, did you catch that? The moment terrorism enters the conversation, everything changes. This is a classic escalation trigger. In many legal systems, invoking terrorism powers requires reasonable suspicion, not just a vague feeling. So now the stakes are higher. Is this genuine concern or a misuse of authority?
That's all I have to say. I will say no more to you.
Okay, all right. So how does that prove it? Do you have any official paperwork, sir, to prove that you are?
For what? For what? For me being a member of the public filming.
You could have just gone
For
in and
me
asked.
being a member of the public filming on
You're
public
not just
property.
filming.
Yes, I am just filming. Okay, so are you telling me?
Inside of the police premises,
And your
aren't
point
you?
is what? Your
And I
point
don't
is
know if
what?
You're doing it for any terrorism
Your point is what?
purposes
So
or
you
any-
calling me a terrorist?
I didn't say that.
Are you calling me a
I'm trying
terrorist?
to
Well, why did
identify
you
that.
even mention terrorist? Why did you even mention doing it for terrorist things?
You're holding on to
No.
that word. I've already
Why
explained
did you
that.
even mention that?
Because how do I know what you're doing this
Okay,
for? You said
so you're
before
working
it,
off
but
a
I don't know
presumption.
that.
You're working off a presumption for someone doing something perfectly legal.
I don't know if you're doing it for
Okay.
legal purposes, do I?
I told you exactly what I'm doing. If you care to actually go in, right? I'm going to sum this up for you. Right, first of all,
You've got this walking stick, sir. You're doing it to show that we're serving the public.
Right, first of all, is there a sergeant here or not?
There is a sergeant.
Okay, can I speak with your sergeant, please?
Okay, you can do so.
Yep, I'd much rather speak to your sergeant because I don't think I'm getting anywhere with yourself. Okay, is that your sergeant? No, that's not your sergeant there. Okay, so guys, you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got Jasmine over there literally filming me, and that's what she's doing. And I'm doing what I should be doing, and you can see the way. It makes no difference what my name is.
Okay, well,
I do not have to tell you what my name is.
That's fine, I'm just asking.
Okay?
I was just asking.
I'm doing something perfectly legal,
I don't
okay?
know
You've come up to me, you're trying to work off a presumption. If you read the memo that got sent out by the police commission to every single one of the 57 police forces last year, being told...
Tension rises as officers challenge the purpose of filming. One insists the auditor explain how pointing a camera at the station improves public trust. The auditor fires back. They approach him, not the other way around, and he is engaged in a lawful act. When the word terrorism is raised, the dynamic changes completely. The auditor seizes on it, demanding to know why it was even mentioned, repeating, "Are you calling me a terrorist?" The officer backtracks, but the damage is done. Introducing terrorism casts suspicion over lawful filming. The auditor stresses he has declared his purpose and reminds him of the memo sent by the police commission, directing forces to leave auditors alone.
That if somebody declares to you that they're an auditor at a police station, they're to be left alone.
At the police station?
Okay, yes. Okay?
How do I know
If
you're
you
an auditor, sir?
I've told you I am. I'm a member of the public, okay, and I've got loads and loads of
Can you keep
subscribers
a
and
distance
everything.
if we
No,
keep
you
coming
came to me.
close to
No,
me?
madam, you
I'm
came to me.
standing here.
I was resting here.
It's COVID.
I came to here. You came to me. Okay, so please don't try and use that one on me. Please do not try and use that one on me. If you don't like it, then do me a favour. Your car's there. Go and do what you should be doing and go about your business. Allow me to do my business, and that's exactly what I'm going to carry on and do. Okay? So guys, you can see the way that she tried to bring in to do with COVID and everything else. But literally, guys, I'm walking towards the other side. So you can see the way that I was approached and the amount of officers, and not one of them will then actually go blah blah blah. And you can see the amount of them that there are. Okay, and that's the problem. You can see the amount of them. Okay, and to try and actually drop on me to do with potential terrorists, absolute disgrace.
Can I stop filming?
No, just keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Yeah, just in case. But as long as you keep filming me but stand back, don't speak to them at all, you don't need to. Okay, so guys, you can see that WPC decided that she wanted to throw her to do with being some form of terrorist activity, but then she couldn't explain any more. So that's why I had no time for her. I'm doing a perfectly legal activity and auditing the police station to see the way that they engage. She came across very aggressive, very arrogant, and that's what.
And here's the irony. 9 officers versus 1 man with a camera. This is where optics really matter. From a public perspective, it starts to look less like policing and more like pressure. Be honest, if the camera wasn't there, do you think this interaction even happens?
Say it just in case it didn't.
Yep. So this looks like this is their actual main entrance that they go in.
By now, the auditor counts 8 officers watching him, surrounding 1 man with a camera. He calls an absolute disgrace, narrating for viewers how legal activity is treated as suspicious. He asks for a sergeant, insisting he won't get anywhere with the current officers. His voice sharpens as he points out the imbalance, multiple officers, all recording, none willing to back down. He highlights that if he had no camera, he'd likely be left alone. Yet with 1, is instantly treated with presumption. This section sets up the real confrontation, whether public photography will be respected as a right or dismissed as a security threat.
And it looks like they have a one-way circuit that they go in this side, out the other side. As I told you guys, it is a really, really big police station, really big. But you could see, I was here literally a matter of what, a minute if that, and then approached, and that's the way that it was. And you can see now that the officers are still deciding to follow me the way that I'm actually doing stuff. Judge, do me a favour, just walk completely onto the other side of the road.
And that one open.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you can see there guys, that's the entrance in. So these were the officers and the WPC that decided to sort of try and mention the Terrorism Act, and that's what she sort of made a speculation towards. So
hello, sir.
good afternoon, sir. How are
Can I
you?
help?
Well, first of all, could you identify yourself for me?
I'm Sergeant Clark from Wembley Police Station.
Thank you very much, Sergeant. And your colour number, please.
218 Northwest.
No problem. Thank you very much. No, I'm just down here doing a quick audit on the police station for the public.
And what's
Okay.
that?
You must have heard of auditors before, sir.
I have, but normally
Okay.
they have official paperwork say they're doing an official audit.
No, they
That's
do
why I'm
not.
asking.
No, they do not, sir. No, they do not.
Well, normally
Please.
when police station
No,
produce paperwork.
no, please do not say that, because they do not carry paperwork and they do not have to carry paperwork. Okay?
You might not all. The ones that I've experienced carry paperwork.
And that's fair enough.
suggest that they do not. That's why I'm saying that.
And that's
right?
fair enough.
So the reason we've stopped and we want to speak to you is because technically recording police station could fall under the Terrorism Act. We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't stop and check what you're recording.
So then here's a question for you. Okay? I've already declared to you that I'm doing an audit. Okay? And if you go off the actual memo that got sent out by the Police Commission last year,
Yep.
okay, to every single one of the police stations,
Yep.
right, saying that if an auditor declares himself as being an auditor at a police station, that they should be left alone, and the terrorism, okay, and section 43 cannot be used, okay, once an auditor declares himself as an auditor. Okay, we do not have to show anything else, and we do not have to say anything else. It's like when you look at this WPC here, this WPC over there.
WPC anymore.
Sergeant Clark arrives, identifying himself calmly. At first, it seems the conversation will be more balanced. The auditor repeats that he's conducting a lawful audit and cites the memo again. The sergeant acknowledges hearing of auditors, but argues police must still ask questions because filming stations can fall under the Terrorism Act. The auditor cuts him off, reminding him that once an auditor declares their purpose, Section 43 cannot be used. He points out the earlier PC failed to follow body-worn camera rules and says complaint will be filed. The exchange is calmer than before, but the underlying clash remains. Public rights versus police suspicion.
The PCs.
Okay, well,
Quality, sir.
okay.
Alright, you
right.
want to be right with me then?
No, that's fair enough, okay. Well then, PC,
Yep.
okay, if you actually want to put it that way,
Yep.
alright, made a so-called speculation that I could be a terrorist, okay? Now, I'm sorry, I told her exactly what I was doing, and I've got it all on camera, so please don't say that,
Sorry, you're speaking to me. Speak to me.
okay?
Right. At the moment, until we stop and speak to you and ascertain certain things, we can't say for certain you're an auditor or not, can we? Anyone can tell us an auditor. We have to ask other questions.
As a
My
member-
colleague and I have pointed out that it's an offence under the Terrorism Act to record police stations. Hence, we have to ask questions to make sure you're not falling within.
Right, I'm actually going to stop you there. Any member of the public, has the right to film anything that they can see from public, okay, and any police station, right? I've told you I'm a member of the public, and I've told you that I'm auditing.
Answer?
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so, and then at that point, I should be left alone to do exactly what I'm doing.
Okay, but we wouldn't also be doing our job if we didn't ask a couple of extra questions. Because as I said to you, put yourself in my shoes. I don't know you from Adam. Right? So you just tell me anyone could just say I'm an auditor and I'm not going to leave them alone. That's not my job. I have to ask more questions. I'm an investigator.
Right.
My
So
job
here's-
is to look after the public, including my office.
So here's something for you then, okay?
Yes.
If I stood where I stood and I didn't have a camera on me,
Yeah.
I would have been left alone.
You'd probably be approached to ask why you're.
I would have been left alone. It's like there was a member of your staff, whether or not she was a PC or not, okay, that came to me. I had been there literally all of 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? She failed to identify herself to me.
Yeah.
And then she went in, and then next thing I know, as you can see, I had 8 officers all out to me.
Well, in fairness, the reason you've got so many...
This is a crucial legal point. In many jurisdictions, unless you're being lawfully detained or suspected of a crime, you're not obligated to answer questions. The auditor is reminding them, and us, of that boundary. But here's the twist. Should cooperation be expected even when it's not required? Or does that blur the line between rights and compliance?
Sergeant stresses it's his job to check, but the auditor replies that declaring himself as an auditor should have been the end of the matter. This section highlights the deeper problem. Police equating lawful behavior with potential crime, using suspicion as a catch-all justification.
It's needed at that scene so I can get a member of my team on the street to take calls. I've had to stop and speak to you because you are filming a police station, which is a potential terrorism incident.
And also, it's my legal right to do so.
Yeah, but until I stop and speak to you, we don't know that, do we?
It's my legal right to do so. Even without, I don't even have to speak to you. I don't even have to acknowledge anything. I can just stand here and keep my mouth shut if I wanted to, right? And I don't have to explain myself to what I'm doing. But I decided that I did because I wanted you to know exactly what I was doing as an auditor. Okay. Now, do you really think that somebody that was doing something that was terrorist, that will be around in broad daylight like this, and I guarantee that he definitely won't be walking around like me, right?
Isn't defined by a certain look or type or creed. It could be anyone.
Okay. Well then answer me this then. Then why is it then when you've got PCs that are out on the beat, when they are finally out on the beat, right? Why is it then that they make a presumption when they look at someone and they use the word all the time, suspicion? It's the same. Oh, suspicion. I got my suspicions that you might be doing this or you might be doing that. Well, you can't work off of the same thing then to exactly what I just said. That's the exact same thing. It's a suspicion.
Well, people ask questions to establish whether they've got a suspicion.
Yeah, and the questions that PC actually asked, I answered, and then she should have just let me be, and that's it.
Not necessarily. I think a few more questions to be asked, because as I said to you before, anyone can say they're an auditor.
Yeah, but then one thing I will say to you, Sergeant, okay, I will, as I said, be requesting, she failed as well. As a sergeant, you should know, okay? Under your code of practice, she's meant to inform a member of the public when they turn their body camera on. That's under your code of practice. She failed to do that, okay? So I will be putting in a report about that and a complaint, okay? Right? Because she needs to actually inform people when she does that.
Right.
Right? So, and as a sergeant, yep, I would like you to take my complaint, okay, to do with that PC.
Okay. That's fine, but we can do it in the police station.
Okay. So, should we go and do it?
The debate shifts into philosophy. The sergeant claims anyone could be suspicious. The auditor argues suspicion is meaningless without evidence. He challenges the sergeant directly. Why is someone with a camera treated as different from anyone else on the street? He highlights how officers constantly use suspicion as grounds for action, but the law protects public filming. The auditor's voice sharpens as he repeats that he was transparent, even though the law required him to say nothing. This clash exposes the heart of the issue, whether the public can truly exercise rights without harassment, or whether officers will always default to presumption.
You can, but while you're in the police station, I'd rather you didn't recall why we've done the complaint, because there's no need for it.
Well, I can film anywhere that I wish to, okay, with inside where the public actually have access to.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what I'd like to do,
What I would
Sergeant.
say to you is, I will get another sergeant to do it, and the reasons for being, as I've already explained to you, I need to go to a crime scene to get that done, but I will get one of my sergeant colleagues to come and speak to you.
If you could, that'd be much appreciated.
Not a problem.
Thank you very much.
Wait in the front office, all
okay,
right?
well, I'll wait just out here, okay, and then if you tell me then roughly how long they're going to be, then I'll go inside. Okay. That's fine.
Right,
that's not a problem. Thank you very much, Sergeant. Okay, and I will say it, that is exactly how it should have been done. Okay, thank you very much, Sergeant.
Right, sir.
Okay, so you can see from that the sergeant was actually really quite chilled out a bit, but should have just been left alone to do what my business was doing, and that's exactly what should have happened. So so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Okay, so 9 officers to come and deal with me with a camera. 9 officers. 9 officers to come and deal with me with a camera. That is an absolute joke, an absolute disgrace. And that's what you got to laugh at. Okay? Absolute disgrace. You look nice and relaxed there, gents. Not too bad. Yourself? So, you can see even from those guys just going in. Okay? Just say good afternoon. Just left me alone to do what I was doing.
The sergeant concedes some ground, admitting you must leave for a crime scene but promising to send a colleague to log the auditor's complaint. The auditor accepts but reiterates he will formally report the body camera violation. For the first time, the tone softens slightly, with mutual acknowledgement. Yet the auditor stresses that 9 officers were mobilized for a single camera. He calls it a waste of public resources and an embarrassment. This section captures the absurdity of the situation. Rather than de-escalating, officers turned a routine audit into a full-blown standoff, leaving the sergeant to pick up the pieces.
And that's the thing. So I'm just waiting for a sergeant to come out so I can put in a complaint.
Well, when the woman asked me straight away what I was doing, I said I'm filming that. I said your name by accident. Sorry. It was like instinct, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so guys, what I'll do there is just while I wait for a sergeant, I could be 10 minutes, it could be 15 minutes, I don't know. What I'll do is I will just stop the video there and then I'll pick it back up again. As you heard, he said that he didn't want me filming inside, but as we know guys, I'm allowed to film exactly where I'm allowed to go, and that's exactly what I'm doing for my own protection. Okay, so I should do that, guys.
As the video closes, the auditor reflects for his audience. He notes that while Sergeant Clark was calm and professional, the initial officers were aggressive and presumptive. He stresses that filming in public is a legal right and should never be twisted into terrorism without cause. Counting 9 officers again, he laughs at the overreaction, calling it a disgrace. He promises to follow through with his complaint and reminds viewers to subscribe for more audits. The closing point is clear. A simple camera revealed just how uneasy some officers are with transparency and how vital it is for the public to keep filming.